I think you'll be surprised how many rounds this Hyperline body armor stopped. We're gonna go out in the range. We're gonna shoot this with a 22 and 9mm as many times as we can until something goes through. This is the Mini Mamba Suppressed 22, and then we have the Dan Wesson DWX. So we'll go out with both of these guns and see how well this body armor performs. Before we get into the full video, let's thank the channel sponsors, Brownells, Howitzer, Tecto Knives, and Locks & Company. Brownells is a massive supporter of the channel. Howitzer donates 5% of proceeds to charity. Tecto Knives is a knife company I use daily, and Locks & Company makes products for your body, your hair, your beards, a ton of things with very natural ingredients that you're gonna actually wanna put on your body. Discount codes for these companies along with a bunch of other companies that I trust are in the description, and I appreciate them for being a huge supporter of this channel. But let's get right into the video. We're here at the range, we're testing the Hyperline body armor. We're gonna do this with two different calibers. So we've got a 9mm, this is the Dan Wesson DWX. We're gonna shoot it with this one first, and then we're gonna change it up and we're gonna shoot it here with the Volkortzen 22. Normally I wouldn't wear sweats out here in the woods, but these are the Arrowhead Tactical sweats with the inner belt that I've been testing. So I've been trying to wear them basically everywhere, but I'm carrying my holster, and I've just been wanting to see how they do in different situation scenarios, so that's why I'm wearing these. So let's go ahead and throw this body armor on the target, and then we will start shooting it. So I'm going to be clipping this onto the Infinity target. I'm going to be shooting the Mark 1 ammo. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing any of this tomorrow. But this is a Mark 1 ammo. We're going to be shooting on this. I'll put in here somewhere all the specs of it because I don't remember it right offhand. But for some reason, these mics don't like gunshots, so we have to like take the mic out when we shoot and then put the mic back on to talk. So if I talk and the mic's not on, I apologize. But these mics are amazing for everything except shooting guns. So we're going to turn these off and we're going to shoot. Shot is right there on the outside, on the inside. Obviously some protrusion, but not nearly as much as I thought. For as thin as this armor is, and honestly, when I first got this armor, I was shocked with how thin it is. And that's one of I mean, it's a Hyperline, that's the whole selling point between it. But it's just crazy because with how thin it is, you think it would have to absorb more, so it would have to have more of a bulge, but it did not bulge much at all. So that's awesome. Stopped it very well. So now I'm fairly confident this is gonna stop numerous rounds. So what we're gonna do, instead of just one at a time, I'm just gonna shoot two, like one here, and we'll do that until one does go through. First shot was here, second shot was here. All right, so there's your first shot right up here, second shot right down here. So sometimes what you'll see is you'll see like some burn marks or some marring back here, but you're not seeing anything on that, which is good. That's what you want. I mean, that is really good to see. We will shoot another two. So we'll do another two. If it stops that, then maybe we'll do a string of three, but that's good. Very little. I don't know if you can see how streamlined it is. I mean, obviously it bends a little bit, but this one has a pretty decent protrusion. And as always, one, these are not scientific tests. Like we just come out and shoot them and let you be able to generate your own opinion on that. But two, you're gonna feel this. This is not like it's gonna prevent you from having any pain. It's probably gonna break your ribs. The stick will not stop. Probably will not prevent you from breaking your ribs or bruising. You're gonna have a lot of pain after you get shot, but you're not gonna have a hole in you, which is the goal. So let's go ahead and shoot it again. Well, first shot was there. Second shot was right down here. And again, nothing. First shot, here's your second shot. You're starting to notice a little bit more bulge on these. Oh, so that broke the zipper, which that's okay. We'll just do that. You're starting to notice a little bit more of a bulge, and it's probably because you're starting to break down the integrity of the body armor. It's not all whole now because you got holes in it now, so you're breaking down a little bit more parts. But nothing is going through yet, which is the goal. Here, look at that one. You can see the round is stopped right in there. That one's gonna hurt a lot, but it's not a hole in your lung, so that's cool. So let's go ahead and do a round of three on this one and see if we can get anything through. So we've got our three shots, one of those, and one of those. I did not mean to put them that close, but I'm clearly not a very good shot. So let's go ahead and check, which is good to see if it will stop them. If they're close. It did. Yeah, nothing really to see on the front. Just little holes. But yeah, you're just starting to notice it's bulging a little bit more. which makes sense. I mean, we're shooting it with more rounds. So we've stopped 8 rounds. Now we're just gonna do a volley of 5, see what that does. I'm really excited to see what happens with 22. 22, we're just gonna start with 10 because if it's stopping and holding this good with 9mm, I'm really curious to see what it does with 22, which is what we're gonna do next. So there was 5 shots right up here. And this white that you're seeing is off of this. All right, so you got a really large bulge up here. And I think the main reason for that is because I shot right up here on the corner where this is, so it just bent that end. That's definitely gonna break your collarbone. But not a single one went through. That's wild. So it's definitely not nearly as thin as it was because it's starting to bulge out a little bit. This thing's holding up really well for how thin it is. So we'll shoot the rest of the mag. So I tried to shoot those a little bit different places, but that was 6 more rounds. So you're getting tearing, so it's getting a little farther through. That energy's pushing back, but still nothing is actually coming through this, which is super impressive. So your entire chest is just gonna be one giant black and blue mark. It's gonna hurt so bad. It's gonna make Swiss cheese out of your ribs, but there's gonna be no holes in you, which is fantastic. That was a full mag, so that was 19 rounds, so we'll load another 19 up, and we're gonna shoot this until something goes through. I have 18 rounds in the mag, and I'm not gonna lie, I have a tough time counting while I'm shooting, so I'm just gonna shoot like 10-ish. 14. I think that was 10. 14. 14. I lost count. A lot of those went over here. Some of them shot through. Oh, so they shot through that. Can confirm these are not bulletproof. Oh my goodness. So it is very bulged out, but okay, there we go. We did get one through. So there's the entrance. It's right at the tip of the body armor. It didn't hit it like in center. So it went through, yeah, but it was right there at the tip. So you can see it hit the corner. So it didn't hit the body armor straight on. So as much as I'd like to say that one went through, take that for what it is. But I personally would not fault that to the body armor because it was just more of a bad shot. But this one here did not go through here. The energy is pushing back, but you can see nothing actually went through. All right, so we got the Vorkorten Mini Mamba. Obviously, the 9mm is going through. I'm curious to see what happens with the 22, but we'll just mag dump into this and see what happens. Gosh, this is why this is my favorite gun ever. Oh, I love this thing. So fun. That's wild. Nothing is going through. Not a thing. Just so you guys can see, nothing through. That's wild. That is really impressive. Let's load the 9mm up and do another 18. Well, we shot the tree in half. I'm gonna imagine some might have went through there. I think only one went through. Okay, nope. Okay, we got one here and one there. That is still the one that tore off the side. So there you can have a really good view how it snicked the top of that one. And then that one. And that ended up cutting the tree in half. It stinks. That was my target stand. But yeah, there we go. That I'll put a counter here on the rounds because I honestly don't remember. But I'll put a counter here on the rounds. But that is a lot. I mean, that was like 3 full mags of 22 and 9mm. Definitely bulging. So there's a lot of energy in that. And you would be cottage cheese on the inside, I would imagine. But it stopped it. So that's really impressive with how thin. I mean, this is what the body armor started as. Let's put it up side by side. You can see the difference. I mean, that is crazy thin body armor. I gotta say, I am really impressed how well this body armor held up with that many rounds. I knew it was gonna hold up decently. I know Safelife is a good company and they test their stuff properly, so I figured it was gonna hold up quite a few, but I didn't really expect that. When I was mag dumping into this thing, I was like, okay, something's getting through this. So as thin and as comfortable as this is, I'm shocked with how well it performed. It makes me happy because this is the stuff I'm actually wearing off duty or when I'm wearing plain clothes. If I'm not wearing my uniform and wearing the body armor that's in that and that was issued to me, I'm wearing this. And it makes me really happy to see this because like, okay, well now I know what I'm wearing actually performs well and isn't just gonna go through and end up killing me anyway. I will gladly take the bruises and comfortability of the shot than the actual hole inside of my chest. So when they asked me to do this test, I was really excited about it to kind of perform it myself. So big thank you to Safelife for sending this out as an expensive body armor for me just to basically shoot with as many rounds as I wanted to. But we have another panel. One of the rounds that went through hit the back of it, so it is a little structurally damaged. But if you guys are interested in some like short real quick, maybe I'll do a video on that. So let me know what calibers you would like to see me send through that one to see what it does. I'm also probably gonna cut this open and do a quick video just to see what it looks like when you shoot body armor, what the bullets look like on the inside. Usually I cut into that, but this video is already gonna be long enough, so we'll just do a separate video on that if you're interested. You can check out that short, but that's always interesting to see what actually happens on the inside of these and what the bullets do. I mean, you can see some of the rounds in here. Right there's one. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's one of the rounds that got stopped. So it's kind of cool to see what those look like. So we'll cut into this and see what that all looks like. But once again, thank you all for the support. I've been doing a lot more here on Rumble. So if you guys are interested, check out that channel. I'm allowed to say a lot more and do a lot more, and it's more freedom of speech based opposed to here where you're not allowed to say certain things and do certain things that are 100% illegal, but it's just against the rules. So I'm gonna be pushing more content on there. I'm doing a weekly live stream on Rumble, which I think is really cool, to where I'm gonna be doing weekly live reviews basically, and then I'll just do a bunch of other random stuff too. But we're gonna do that to see how that goes. The last one had like 28,000 views, so that did really, really well. So I'm really excited to see what this turns into and how many more we get from there. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.